Assalamu alaikum students. Good morning to all of you. Hope you all are fine. It's Miss Rida, your English teacher. As you all know that we were doing paragraphs that were translate into English, right? In the previous lecture we were doing paragraphs translate into English, right? So today we are going to continue the paragraphs, and for that you have to take out your English grammar and composition books. We have to do the paragraph number 24. So we will cover paragraph number 24 to 27 today. It's page number 143 in my book. Yours may be changed because of the edition. Okay, if you are having the same edition like me, so it must be 143 page, and if it is not same like that, so you can check it by yourself. We have completed 23 paragraphs in the last class, so we are going to start with the 24 paragraph. So before starting it, just take out your registers, your pencils, or any stationery do you want at that time. So you have to take it out, as I am going to dictate it, and you have to write it down. Okay, the paragraph number 24. Okay, and side by side you can see the vocabulary for your convenience. Okay, ये नौजवान कायदे आज़म को कत्ल करने के इरादे से आया था. This is the past tense, so here you have to use second form and was were if it is required. Okay, ये नौजवान कायदे आज़म को कत्ल करने के इरादे से आया था. This man came with the intention to kill कायदे आज़म. I am repeating it. This young man came with the intention to kill कायदे आज़म. जब उसने देखा कि कोई आसपास नहीं है, उसने तेजी से चाकू निकाला. Okay, when he saw that nobody was around, he pulled out the knife quickly. When he saw that nobody was around, he pulled out the knife quickly. वो कायदे आज़म की तरफ लपका. He pounced upon. I am taking the vocabulary from your book. Pounce. Okay. He pounced upon the he pounced upon कायदे आज़म. Okay. अल्लाह ताला ने कायदे आज़म को बहुत अकल और हौसला अता किया था. Allah Almighty bestowed, bestowed, bestowed कायदे आज़म with great wisdom and courage. I am again repeating the sentence. Allah Almighty bestowed कायदे आज़म with great wisdom and courage. उन्होंने अपना लंबा बाजू बढ़ाकर कातिल का हाथ मजबूती से पकड़ लिया. You can see here to stretch out and to grip firmly. He stretched out his long arm and gripped firmly the murderer's hand. I am again repeating the sentence. He stretched out his long arm and gripped firmly the murderer's hand. उन्होंने अपने प्राइवेट सेक्रेटरी को आवाज दी. He called out his private secretary. I am telling you the spelling of secretary. secretary. He called out his private secretary. मुजरिम को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया. The criminal was arrested. तमाम लोगों ने देख लिया कि कायदे आज़म बहादुर इंसान थे. Everyone saw that कायदे आज़म was a great man. Is it clear to all of you till here? Okay, now I am going to move forward to the paragraph number 25. हज़रत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम मक्के में पैदा हुए. हज़रत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम was born in मक्का. M will be capital of मक्का. ओके. आपके वालिद का नाम अब्दुल्ला था. His father's name was अब्दुल्ला. आपके दादा ने आपकी परवरिश की. He was brought up by his grandfather. You can see here the vocabulary is bring up. So as you can see, this is the past tense, isn't it? So you have to use second form of verb or was a verb as a helping verb. Okay. आपके दादा ने आपकी परवरिश की. He was brought up by his grandfather. जब आप 25 बरस के हो गए तो आपने हज़रत खदीजा रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा से शादी कर ली. When he turned 25 years, he married Hazrat Khadija रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा. I'm again repeating it. When he turned 25 years, he married Hazrat Khadija रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हा. जब आप 40 बरस के हुए तो आपने कहा कि मैं पैगंबर हूँ. When he was at the age of 40, so he said that I am the messenger of Allah. When he was at the age of 40, he said that I am the messenger of Allah. मेरी बात गौर से सुनो. खुदा एक है, उसकी इबादत करो. Listen to me carefully. Allah is one, worship him. So here him H will be capital as this is referring to Allah. Okay. Allah is one, worship him. Is it clear, class? This is very easy. And now I'm going to move forward to paragraph number 26. पुराने ज़माने में काबुल में एक सौदागर रहता था. You all know the meaning of it. सौदागर की इंग्लिश क्या होती है? You all know that. Merchant. Okay? Okay. पुराने ज़माने में काबुल में एक सौदागर रहता था. In old times, there lived a merchant in Kabul. In old times, there lived T-H-E-R-E. There lived a merchant, M-E-R-C-H-A-N-T, merchant, in Kabul, K-A-B-U-L, Kabul. I am again going to tell you, in old times, there lived a merchant in Kabul. उसका एक बेटा था. He had a son. सौदागर के बच्चे को बचपन ही से पढ़ने लिखने का शौक था. You can see fond of means शौक था. The merchant's son, you have to put apostrophe s with merchant. The merchant's son had been fond of learning since his childhood. I am again repeating it. The merchant's son had been fond of learning since his childhood. बाप ने उसको पूरी तवज्जो से पढ़ाया. The father educated him with great attention. The father educated him with great attention. उसे अच्छे उस्तादों के पास भेजा. He sent him to good teachers. He sent him to good teachers. अच्छे मदरसों में तालीम दिलवाई और अच्छी से अच्छी किताबें मुहैया की. Brought him educated and good schools and okay, I'm going to tell you in a easier way. Okay, it is here. अच्छे मदरसों में तालीम दिलवाई and अच्छी से अच्छी किताबें मुहैया की. He educated him and he sent him, or you can write down, he provided him with best schools and best books. नतीजा ये हुआ कि वो जवान होते होते इस ज़माने के अक्सर अलूम में माहिर हो गया. As a result, by the time he grew into a young man, he became expert in most of the knowledge of that time. I am again repeating the sentence. As a result, by the time he grew up or grew into a young man, he became expert in most of the knowledge of that time. उसके इल्म की शोहरत बादशाह तक पहुंची तो वो बहुत खुश हुआ. When the fame of his learning reached to the king, he was very pleased. बादशाह ने सौदागर के बेटे को वजीर बना लिया और अपना हर काम उसके मशवरे से करने लगा. You can see the vocabulary over here. This is here consultation. Okay. The king made the merchant's son his minister and he started doing all work in consultation with him. I am again repeating the last sentence. The king made, second form would become here M-A-D-E. The king made the merchant's son his minister and he started doing all work in consultation with him. Okay. We are going to move forward. Next paragraph, it is paragraph number 27. This is very easy although. Okay, I'm going to start it. ये हमारा मकान है. This is our house. जब अब्बा जान ने ये मकान खरीदा मेरी उम्र सिर्फ 5 साल थी. When father bought, second form would come. When father bought this house, I was only 5 years old. 10 बरस से मैं इस मकान में रह रहा हूँ. I have been living in this house for 10 years. हमारा कुंबा बहुत बड़ा है. कुंबा means family. Our family is very large. Or you can write down big, as they have mentioned the vocabulary large, that's why I have used it. लेकिन ये मकान बहुत छोटा है. But this house is very small. अब्बा जान कहते हैं कि वो इस मकान को बेच देंगे और एक बड़ा मकान गुलबर्ग में खरीदेंगे. Father says that he will sell out this house and buy a bigger one in Gulbarg. I am again going to repeat the sentence as it is lengthy. Father says that he will sell out this house and buy a bigger one in Gulbarg. मगर मैं इस मकान को छोड़ना नहीं चाहता. But I do not want to leave this house. मुझे इस मकान से मोहब्बत हो गई है. I love this house. So that's it from the grammar portion. Now we have to move forward to the English A part. Okay, as you all know that we were doing English A in English A chapter number 4, right? We were doing the chapter 4 first 8. We have done the translation of this chapter. Today we are going to complete its exercise. Okay, so for this you have to just take out your pencils so you can mark out all the answers and you have to fill the exercise by yourself as I am going to guide you. Okay. Okay, so first of all you have to see the glossary part over here. You can see you have done all these words in the chapter, but you have to go through it because this will come in your paper in the MCQs form. You all know that, and it would be a synonym or antonym. Okay, so you must know the meaning of every word in English as well. See the first one, accessible, easy for anyone to obtain and use. adhesive, sticky, I just told you. Antibiotic, a substance which is capable of destroying or inhibiting the growth of bacteria or other microorganisms. Infection, the agency by which disease is caused or transmitted. Ingredients, the substances that are combined to make something. Minor, relatively small in size. Ointment means a medical preparation in the form of a soft, smooth paste. Rinse, wash something quickly. Tweezer, a small pair of pincers for taking up small objects, plucking out hair, and also pair of tweezers. We are used to call it, as we are used to call a pair of scissors, right? So similarly in tweezer we are used to call it a pair of tweezers as well. Okay, now we have to see it is here in the page number 43. Okay, complete the missing letters in the words below to match the meaning given on the right. All these words have prefixes dis. You can see here the prefix dis has the meaning to devoid. Now you are having the meanings and you have to put the prefix dis over here according to the sentence. According to the meaning of the word. You can see here the first is to put out of place. So it means dislocated. So you have to write down DISL. Rest of it is written over here. Second is to be unhappy, dissatisfied, to divert, distract, to exclude, disqualify, to doubt, disbelief, to reject, disapprove. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, now you have to see the reading comprehensions and you have to choose the correct answer. As you all have done the chapter, I think you all able to identify which is the correct one. If blood spurts or continues flowing after continuous pressure, what should you have to do? You have to seek a medical assistance. Okay. Second, thorough cleaning reduces the risk of infection and tetanus. If a dash appears, stop using the ointment. If a rash appears, stop using the ointment. Change the dressing at least daily. Band-aids or sticky plasters are good for dressing some wounds. Okay. Now I am going to move forward the question answer session, and here you have to be very attentive. Okay. I am going to tell you that from which paragraph you have to write it down. Okay, you have to mark it out. I am going to tell you the answer of one question at least twice, so it would be very easy for you to mark it out. Okay, if you even didn't understand, so you can pause the video and you can mark out the answer, then you can resume the video. Okay, the first question, you should not keep checking if the bleeding has stopped. Why? So you have to mark out from the question first. As you can see, even you have to start like you have to cut U and you have to write down V. We should not keep checking if the bleeding has stopped. Now the reason is on the paragraph number 2. Have you got it? It's paragraph number 2, but the point is stop the bleeding. Have you got it? Okay, so you have to mark out, it's the second last one, because this may damage or dislodge the cloth that is forming and cause bleeding to resume. Have you got it? Okay, I'm going to tell you again the answer number 1. You should not keep checking if the bleeding has stopped. Why? So the answer is we should not keep checking if the bleeding has stopped, because this may damage or dislodge the cloth that is forming and cause bleeding to resume. The second line you have to see on the page number 38. The point number is first, stop the bleeding. You can see that heading, stop the bleeding. Over there the last sentence is here, because this may damage or dislodge the cloth till bleeding to resume. I hope you all have done it. Okay, I'm going to move forward to the next one. Okay, here it is. Why is it necessary to keep away soap from the wound? Okay, it is on the same page 38. The second point, clean the wound. Have you got it? Clean the wound. Okay, the second sentence you can see, but soap can irritate. Have you got it? But here you have to use, you have to cut but from here. Start with the. Write down over there the. So the sentence would be, the soap can irritate the wound, so try to keep it out of the actual wound. Have you done it? The answer number 2 is on the page number 38 on the heading, clean the wound. Here the sentence is going to start with but soap can irritate. You have to cut but and write down the over there. So the sentence would be, the soap can irritate the wound, so try to keep it out of the actual wound. That was the answer number 2. Is it clear? Okay, I am going to move over to the third one. How is an antibiotic cream or ointment good in healing the wound? Okay, this is on the page number 39. Have you got it? Okay, you can see the second line. An antibiotic cream or ointment to help keep the surface moist. Have you got it? So here there are few changings. How you are going to do it? Just listen to me carefully. You have to start it from an antibiotic cream or ointment. After that you can see that is written 2 over there. You have to cut 2 from there and you have to write down 2 after help. Have you done? It is on the page number 39, the answer number 3. I am discussing about answer number 3. Okay, this is answer number 3. I am going to tell you. Okay, I'm doing the answer number 3. Okay, this is on the page number 39. Second line, an antibiotic cream or ointment help to keep the surface moist. This would be like this. आपने 2 को कट कर देना है और help के बाद 2 लिखना है. ठीक है? So the sentence would be, an antibiotic cream or ointment help to keep the surface moist. After that you can see the is written, right? You have to write down these. आप उसको these कर लें. So the sentence would be, these products don't make the wound heal faster, but they can help your body's natural healing process work fast. Have you done it? I am again going to tell you. How is an antibiotic cream or ointment good in healing the wound? Page number 39. First point, apply an antibiotic. Have you got it? Okay, the second line, an antibiotic cream or ointment help to keep the surface moist. आपने पहले 2 को कट करना है और बाद में 2 लिखना है. Help to keep the surface moist. These products, the is written over here, आगे आप SE लिख लें. So it would be, these products don't make the wound heal faster, but they can help your body's natural healing process work fast. Done, class? Okay, I am going to move forward. It is the fourth one. What should you do if you are allergic to adhesive material used in most bandages? Same page 39, and you can see the point number 3, change the dressing. Have you got it? Okay, the second sentence, if you are allergic to the adhesive used in most bandages. Have you got it? So you have to mark it out from here till applied elastic bandage. Even I am going to tell you again the answer number 4. Page number 39, second line, if you are allergic to the adhesive used in most bandages, switch to adhesive free dressing or steroid gauze held in place with paper tape, gauze roll, or a loosely applied elastic bandage. Done? Okay, see the fifth one. When do you need to see a doctor? You have to stay on the same page. उसके नीचे ही point आप देख सकते हो. Watch for signs of infection. Can you see this point? Watch for signs of infection. Here, this whole point is the answer of number 5. I am again going to tell you the answer number 5. When do you need to see a doctor? It is on the page number 39. Point is watch for signs of infection. Have you got it? This whole point you have to write it down in the answer number 5. It would be, see your doctor if the wound is not healing or you notice any redness, increasing pain, drainage, warmth or swelling. This is the answer number 5. Done, class? Okay, now I am going to move forward to the sixth one. What should your first aid consist of? Okay, class. The answer of the sixth one is very easy. You can see on the same page 39 that is written over here, first aid kit, right? So you can see the numbers of the headings they have mentioned. They are total 11, right? They are total 11. You have to write down only names in the question, in the answer, okay? And this is very important even. ये अक्सर पेपर में आ चुका है, so just keep in your mind. What should your first aid consist of? So you can write it down. Our first aid kit consists of following things, and after that you have to give the heading number 1, first aid book. After that, band-aids, plasters. Third is elastic bandages. Fourth is gauze and adhesive tape. Fifth one is antiseptic wipes, alcoholic swabs and cotton wool. Sixth one is safety pins and tweezers. Seventh one is scissors. Eighth one is latex gloves. Ninth is calamine lotion. 10th is clinical thermometer, and 11th one is analgesic tablets. Clear? So these are the things that your first aid must consist of. That is mentioned in your book. You have to just pick up only the headings, okay? So I think the question answers are clear to all of you. Now I am going to move forward to the grammar portion, okay? Okay, you can see here, it is page number 46. Position of adverbs. First of all, we have to know that what are adverbs. Adverbs, you all know that adverbs are going to add meaning in a noun or a pronoun that adds meaning in a sentence. That you can say that gives you a clarification or the clarity in a sentence. You can say that. Okay, so we are not going to do anything over here except the appropriate place of adverb. They have given you few adverbs at the end of the sentences. You can see always, last night, ever, beautiful, in the market, okay? So you have to mention or you have to put it in a correct place. So before starting it, I am going to tell you that when we are going to place adverbs, it mostly mostly it will come after the subject and any helping verb. Okay, it must be come after that. There are few of them that will come at the end, and what are they are usually are going to end with ly. Okay, you all know that this is also a recognition that adverbs are going to end with ly, but there are further types of it. वो ज़रूरी नहीं होता कि वो ly पर ही end हो रहे हों, but if we are having the adverb of ly like swiftly, beautifully, remarkably, so इस तरह के words आ जाएं तो वो आप end में use करते हो. Instead of that you can use them after the subject or after helping verb. Okay, now we have to see. The first one is I am happy when it is my birthday. The word is always. I am always happy. So this is subject and after that helping verb. Okay, I am always happy when it is my birthday. Second, my brother gets up at 6 o'clock from Monday to Friday as he goes to jogging. Okay, so here you can see my brother often gets up at 6 o'clock. Clear? You have to write it down over here. Okay, he went to the market last night. So what do you think? It is already correct? Yes, this is already on the appropriate place, so we are not going to change it. Have you been to Hunza Valley? The word is ever. Have you ever been to Hunza Valley? Fifth one, the birds were chirping beautifully. So I just told you about it. It will come at the end. This is already on the correct place. Sixth one, I am waiting for Khalid to arrive. I have been waiting for over 20 minutes. So the word is still. It will come after subject. I am still waiting for Khalid to arrive. It is the way. Okay. Seventh one, he saw a blind beggar in the market. In the market is already in the proper place, so we are not going to change it. He saw a blind beggar in the market. Okay, next is adverb phrase. Okay, before starting it I just wanted to tell you, basically you all know that what is a phrase. Phrase is a group of words and adverb is going to add meaning in a sentence. Clear? As you all know that if I'm going to talk about any singular adverb, any simple adverb, it can be carefully, beautifully, swiftly. So these are the adverbs. When I'm going to talk about adverb phrase, so it must be a group of words. मैं एक word वहाँ नहीं लिख सकती. There must be group of words. Okay. As you can see in the definition, an adverb phrase is a group of words that functions like an adverb. And you all know that what is the purpose of adverb in a sentence or in a phrase that adds meaning in it. Okay, you can see the example. He works carefully. They rested at sunset. Okay, in example A, carefully is an adverb. In example B, at sunset is an adverb phrase which does the work of an adverb. Okay. Now, if I'm going to give you another example, अगर आपको ये clear नहीं है, if I say that he walked swiftly, swiftly किसे कहते हैं? Swiftly is a manner, it's a way जिसमें आप चल भी नहीं रहे होते, इसमें आप भाग भी नहीं रहे होते, but you are walking fastly. ठीक है? Swiftly हम तब use करते हैं when the person is not even walking and even not running, but he is running, he is walking fastly. At that time we have to use this word swiftly. Okay, so if I'm going to say the word, the sentence would be like he is walking swiftly. Okay, so swiftly is basically an adverb, isn't it? It is adverb. So if I'm going to change that specific adverb into adverb phrase, I can say that he is walking at great speed. Isn't it okay? Yes, beta, it is okay. I have just changed the word into group of words. All the sentence is same. The meaning of the sentence is same. This is the way we are going to change adverb phrase into adverb. But don't be panic. You are not going to remember all these things. The basic thing you have to remember according to your MCQs. In your MCQs, they will just give you a sentence and you have to identify, is it adverb phrase, it is an adjective phrase. It's up to you. According to the sentence we have to pick up. So you just keep in your mind, in adverb phrase it's going to add meaning in a sentence. Okay, it would be very clear to all of you when we are going to discuss its exercise. Okay, see here, find a suitable adverb to replace each adverb phrase in the following sentences. Our teacher wanted that work to be done without delay. Without delay, two words are there. This is a phrase. We have to, basically they have bold these words, so we have to change these words into a single word. That must be an adverb. ठीक है, so हमने क्या करना है, इसको change करना है simple adverb में. We are having adverb phrase and we have to change it into a singular adverb. Okay, how we are going to change it? Without delay के लिए हम use करेंगे immediately. Clear? We have to use it immediately. immediately, immediately. Okay, the second is here, she is without doubt the most caring person I have met. Without doubt means undoubtedly or undoubtedly. UNDOUBTDLY, undoubtedly. Okay, the next we have to see, it is here, the plant flowers once every year. Once every year के लिए आप यूज कर सकते हो yearly. The plant flowers yearly. You should complete the work in a while. In a while means shortly. यहाँ पे मैंने word use किया है shortly. You can see even. You should complete the work in a while के लिए आप use करेंगे shortly. So the sentence would be, you should complete the work shortly. The two old friends met each other by accident. The two old friends met each other accidentally. Is it clear? Okay, this is the way how we are going to change the phrase into singular adjective and adjective into a phrase. Okay, the second thing, it is very important, just keep in your mind, gerunds and infinitives. Okay, I am going to talk about them, so just listen it very carefully. Gerunds are, you can say, we are here, these are the present participles. You all know about the present participle. Present participle कौन से होते हैं? Here we are going to add ing, right, with the first form. Clear? But the thing is, it is as similar to present participle. We are going to add ing with a word. I am not going to say that with the first form. Why? Because in gerunds we are going to add ing with a noun, not a verb. Okay, the difference between a gerund and participle is this is the actually one, because most of the students actually, going to combine them. They are going to confuse in these two things, in present participles and gerunds. उन दोनों को सेम समझते हैं और सेम लिख भी देते हैं. So just keep in your mind, even in your paper maybe they will give you a sentence like this here, there, even that is ing over there, but even in your options they can give you a present participle gerund. So at that time students are not able to differentiate that it is a gerund or it's a present participle. So just keep in your mind, in present participle there would be ing with form. Playing, play is a verb, isn't it? Play is a verb, so we are going to add ing with it. Clear? So वो क्या बन गया? Playing, and that is a present participle. If I am going to add ing with a word paint, paint, paint के साथ मैंने ing लगा दिया, so it's not a proper प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल. मैंने अगर पेंट को यूज़ किया है ऐसे, सपोज आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू एन एग्जाम्पल. इवन आई लाइक पेंटिंग. ठीक है, अब सेंटेंस क्या है? आई इज अ सब्जेक्ट, लाइक, what is like is basically a verb, right? And painting, she is going to tell you her likeness, right? So जो यहाँ पर paint है वो paint use हुआ है as a noun. I like painting. Is it clear to all of you? So here you can say painting. If I'm going to underline the word painting, so if I'm going to give you the options that what is it actually, it is a gerund, it's a present participle, so you have to recognize it because it is at the position of a noun or on a position of an object. Clear? But you all know that the position of a verb in any sentence is after the subject, isn't it? Or after the auxiliary verb. ठीक है, सो आपको ये चीज़ माइंड में रखनी है. if I'm going to change the sentence like this, okay, मैंने आपको पहले सेंटेंस दिया है I like painting. Clear? She paints or she is painting. Do you remember it? She is painting. So it means that the person is performing something. Here painting is used as a verb. I like painting and she is painting. So there is a difference. All the words are same and even ing is same. So the basic thing is you have to keep in your mind in gerunds, ing is working with a noun, not a verb. Clear? This is the basic difference. Okay, the next is mention over here the infinitives. Infinitives are the base form, you can say that. Base form किसे कहते हैं? The first form of verb. I even told you in the previous class, in class 9th as well. In infinitives we have to use to, preposition to with first form of verb. If you have noticed it or not, even we are talk about any story and you all know that story is in the past tense, right? Even at that time we have to use, if we are going to use to, preposition, after that there must be first form of verb. Although the story is in the past tense, but we have to use first form of verb because this is the requirement. With to, preposition, we have to use first form of verb. This is called gerunds. This is called infinitives. इसको हम infinitive form भी कहते हैं. ठीक है? So the two things I have told you, gerunds are going to give you the meaning with the help of noun. You have to use noun with ing. It is called gerunds. And infinitives, there must be to, preposition, after that first form of verb will come. Okay? Now when we are going to do that exercise, it would be very clear. See the definition. These verbs can gerunds after them. These verbs can take infinitives after them. You can see in the examples. Enjoy. Salman enjoys playing tennis. Salman is subject, enjoys is a verb, playing is play. Play here is working as a noun. So that's why ing. Playing is a gerund. Finish. Maria finished doing her homework. So finished doing, they have underlined it and they will ask you in the paper that what is it actually. Is it a present participle or whatsoever. You can see here already verb is used. दो वर्ब साथ नहीं आ सकते. ठीक है? सो यहाँ पर जो वर्ब यूज किया गया दैट इज फिनिश्ड as it is after the subject and after that it is working as a noun with ing. That's why it is called gerund. Quit. Jamil has quit smoking. Put off. Pasha always puts off cleaning his room. Postpone. We postponed having the picnic. It is clear to all of you. Now see the infinitives. Hope. I hope to learn gerunds. To. So you can see to learn. This is basically infinitive form and they have underlined it, so you can say that it's infinitive phrase or anything else they can give you in your paper. Except Except to improve. Plan. Sarah plans to attend college. Intent. Mehak is intending to go. Mean. He meant to say dear, not dear. Okay. Now you can see one for your understanding. After some verbs begin, start, continue like love, hate, intent and prefer, you can usually use either a gerund or an infinitive. There are practically no difference in meaning. After would, should, like, love, only the infinitives can be used. You can see here. Complete the following sentences with infinitives and gerunds with whichever is appropriate. You have to choose it according to the sentence. We felt the plane dash shake in the room in the storm. So shake तो नहीं आएगा, shaking हो सकता है और shaking के लिए gerund है वो, that is not infinitive. We felt the plane shaking in the storm. I have always disliked smoking. Where did you learn to speak French? It's infinitive. Is the exhibition worth visiting? I don't mind getting up early. We would love to come with you. She seems to know this place. Is it clear to all of you? This is the way to change the sentence according to its requirement, and these are called infinitives and gerunds. If you still not understand it, so you can even ask me directly, or you can pause the video and listen it whatever I've discussed about gerund and infinitives. Now I'm going to move forward. Okay, it is review exercise. You all know that we have completed 4 chapters, right? So after that there is a review exercise, and this is very important because most of the MCQs will come from the review exercise. Okay, I'm going to read it out one by one for you and tell you the correct option. He devised the most equitable plan for the setting of the black stone. The underlined word means equitable means reasonable. B. He decided every case brought to him by friend or foe. Foe means enemy. Their ancestors killed a member of our family. The underlined word means ancestors means forefathers. Prior to the first day of the new year, it is customary. Prior means preceding, earlier. Another popular custom. Custom means practice. First aid knowledge ranges from taking care of cuts to dealing with an unconscious victim. Victim means sufferer who is going to suffer at that time. The synonym of persevere. This is from try again. It means persist, sabit kadam rehna. The synonym of reward is prize. The antonym of mighty is weak. Okay, antonym. इसका synonym होता तो वो strong होता. ठीक है, powerful को कहते हैं mighty. Okay, antonym is weak. The antonym of fail is succeed. The accident was due to his ruthlessness. Ruthlessness means, okay, what is it actually they wanted to ask you? The underlined word is an dash noun. It's a abstract noun. Ruthlessness किसे कहते हैं? लापरवाही की वजह से. We cannot see that. We can even see, we can even feel what the disasters is going to end after that. Okay, our job is to keep the audience happy. What the word audience is? It's a collective noun. We have to take the bus dash tomorrow morning early. We have to take the bus early tomorrow morning. We dash our bottle so we could use it again. We cleaned, second form, we cleaned our bottle so we could use it again. How could I say that it's clean? Because they have used past tense over here, could. So if the past tense at the end, so from the start it must be past tense. आगे past होता है तो पीछे भी past लिखते हैं हम. Ali was impressed by or with or from. You have to choose it. Ali was impressed with Samad's grade. Okay. last summer we dash many places. We visited many places. Okay, the 17th one. All students dash for prizes. All students. This is plural. That's why I am not using competes and competing. Compete is correct one. Why? Because this is already plural, so I'm not going to use that verb that is going to add s or es. So that's why I'm going to use compete. Okay. Didn't you see the sign? You dash drive at more than 30 miles per hour. You should not drive more than 30 miles per hour. An hour. Okay. You dash find Lubna in the garden, but I doubt it. You might find Lubna in the garden, but I doubt it. Correct the spelling. This would come in your paper like this. I just told you even in your paper at the starting. You all know that there must be the correct spelling. So they will give you in this form, and this is important. Even this will this basically have come in your paper. You can see the word is intercede actually. So the intercede B is correct. INTERCEDE. So yes class, we have completed our 4 chapters, and I think everything is clear to all of you. Today's lecture even, if you have any query you can ask me after that. After listening the lecture you can ask me. Thank you very much class. Allah Hafiz.